and welcome to Back to School 2020, the virtual edition. Let me start off by saying that you all have done an amazing job getting your kiddos into the swing of things. We are all putting in overtime. You, your children, teachers, our office staff. Thank you for your questions and your feedback and your engagement. Thank you for your patience and your calmness during this odd start to the year. I actually came across something the other day that I wanted to take a minute to read out loud to you because it really sums up how I feel and how I hope that you feel right now too. So it says, look at how much you have already managed to adapt to. Look how resilient you have already been. There is no right way to respond to this because it's never, ever happened before. Give yourself some credit. There's no one in the world who has figured this out yet. So it's absolutely okay if you don't either. So try to keep a piece of that with you. I know these times are challenging, and just try to hold on to that idea that it's okay if you haven't figured it all out yet. I don't know anybody who has. I can speak for all of our staff members when I say that we want nothing more than to be back safely with our students. It's wonderful that I can hop onto Google Meets on a daily basis and pop into classrooms, but it sure does not beat seeing the students in person. So thank you for tuning in to our virtual Back to School. I have a couple of things that I want to share with you, and then I'll turn it over to your child's teacher. So attached to the message that had this video in it is also a form where you can ask questions. Please use that form. I will get back to you by Friday, and each teacher will also have their own form available. So you'll be able to ask them questions in that method as well, and they too will respond by Friday. Okay, so first off, a little bit about myself. I have been in LuCMR for a little over 20 years. I taught first grade, third grade, and fourth grade. And I most recently was working in the curriculum department where I actually got to work with all of the elementary schools in our area, and I learned a lot doing that. I'm super excited that I landed here at Grover Heights. It is a wonderful place to be, as most of you already know because you are returning students. My motto is both a question, what is best for students? And it's also a statement, what is best for students? So every decision we make here at Grover Heights is made through that lens of putting students first. Building connections is really, really important to me. Since I cannot do that in person, I am relying on connecting via email, Parent Square, Google Meets, the telephone. I appreciate all of the questions you have been asking and the feedback you have been giving. We've really made use of that and made changes and are continuing to make changes due to the feedback. So thank you for that. I'll be holding regular check-ins. I'm calling them parent principal coffees, weekly for the month of September, and then probably monthly after that. We'll just see how things go. I'll be able to use this opportunity to give you any updates, answer any questions. I'll record these and put them on Parent Square so that if you can't attend, you can still see what we're talking about. So again, that form that I mentioned, there's a space for you to indicate your availability and whether or not you would be attending one of those meetings. And so please respond on that form. That'll help me schedule them, find a time where most people can join. Okay, on to some general school information. I wanted to give you a quick update on the social emotional component of distance learning. As you know, students in general might be struggling now more than ever with connecting with others. So as a district, we're holding what we're calling Friday Care groups. CARE stands for check-in, advise, redirect, engage. So this Friday Care meeting time allows teachers to focus on critical skills to help students build resilience during distance learning. We ask the students to rate their feelings on a simple scale, and that information helps the teacher know if anybody needs a little extra help. So TK through third grade students are learning about that scale for these first few weeks. If you are a parent of a 4th through 6th grade student, ask your child what the scale is. Ask them what the different colors are and what feelings are associated with those colors. and definitely start that conversation with your children. So these meetings are not counseling sessions. They're more like an advisory class at the middle or the high school level. Students are in smaller groups of 20 or fewer, and they have time to connect with one another. They have time to connect with their teacher. They learn some different strategies and skills that will help them during this time. If students do ask for help, or if they do indicate that a counseling session might be helpful, then all the regular procedures, including asking for parent permission to engage a student in counseling, all of those regular procedures are followed. Our care meetings at Grover Heights are every Friday from either 9 to 9:30 or from 9:30 to 10. So if you're not sure which group your child is in, definitely reach out to their teacher. And that login meeting counts for the synchronous part of the day. So your child after that may have some small group interaction. They might have some work to complete, some homework to catch up on, but that first care group login is what counts for the day. This year we'll also be adopting a social emotional curriculum that we can implement either during distance learning. It's also something we could implement once we return to in-person learning. So we hope to have something in place by the end of the first trimester. Another exciting program I want to tell you about is called One School, One Book. And the goal of this program is to help foster a love of reading, to build community, to increase literacy. It's a really fun way to do all of those things. So the basic idea is that each family in the school receives a copy of the same book, and we read it together. We ask families to read a portion nightly, or we provide read aloud so that you can listen together. We talk about the book in class. Siblings are reading the same book. Little buddies, big buddies are reading the same book. Staff members are all reading the same book. So as you can imagine, this can prompt some wonderful conversations about what everyone's reading, whether you're in kindergarten, 6th grade, anywhere in between, whether you're the adult involved. It's a really fun way to get connected. So we're planning on starting One School, One Book in the fall, but don't worry, we're not rushing into it. We know everyone needs some time to get settled. And speaking of reading, we are very excited that we will soon have the chance to let students check out books from our very own Grover Heights Library. And here's Miss Jackie to give you a sneak peek of what's to come.
Hi, Grover Heights families. This is Mrs. Jackie in the library, and I'm just here to show you a little bit about accessing our library online. Here I am on the Grover Heights Elementary School website. If you hover over Academics here and then scroll down to Library Media Center and click on that, that will take you to our library page. There's lots of fun stuff on this page. There's pictures of the kids. We also have links over here on the right, information about box tops, which has changed this year. Also read alouds here. This is picture books and chapter books that we've been recording and reading and recording online. So that's the link there. And there's also a link here that will send you to our Grover Heights Library collection. And there will be another video on that coming out soon with more information. So bye for now.
You can go ahead and click on that link and check it out now. We will be sending out some more directions next week, but you are welcome to check out the link a little bit later on after all the videos. Okay, so I wanted to also let you know about our supply pickup plan. We are adjusting as we go, and right now we're planning on having supplies available for pickup the first and the third Friday of the month. So these would be maybe if your child's teacher has some math workbook for them to pick up, or if they need some extra paper or something like that, they would have that put together for pickup. So we'll have the supplies out on the tables from 10:30 to 3:30. The first and the third Friday of the month, and your teacher will notify you if you have supplies to pick up. Not all classes will have things that they need to get picked up. So this Friday, September 4th, will be our first pickup day, and actually this Friday we'll be out there until 5 o'clock. So come by anytime between 10:30 and 5 if your teacher has supplies for you. We'll have everything set up on the grass, and please practice social distancing when you pick up your supplies. All right, moving along to attendance, and we are almost finished. Attendance continues to be just as important during distance learning. If your child is sick, please call the office and let us know. You can email a picture of the doctor's note if you have a doctor's note. If you are experiencing internet or power issues, then please let your child's teacher know right away. You can also let the office know because it might be something that we can help with. All right, one very last thing, please join our Grover Heights PTA. A video went out last week that talked about how to join and why you should join. So this is a great group of people committed to the students, and they have some vacancies on their board that they need to fill. So please consider, please definitely join as a member and consider joining, running for one of the board spots if you are interested. Okay, I am now going to turn everything over to your child's teacher. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure you fill out that form if you have any questions. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to contact us in the office. We are here to help and support however we can. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your time.
Welcome to Back to School Night. This is one for the record books. So I've been teaching at Grover Heights for over 31 years, and never have I had to do my Back to School Night virtually. So welcome. To start us off for today, the main thing I'm going to do is show you some things, maybe shortcuts or places where you can find where things are. I know a lot of emails have been going home, and if you have a lot of kids, you're probably getting from a lot of different teachers, and you may have missed where things are. So let's just start with that. When you first log in your child, you're going to get to our Google Classroom, and it looks like this. So one of the shortcuts that you can always use is there is always a Meet link right here. So whenever you see me cut and paste our meeting link, it's always this link that's right here. So that's a quick way to get into our Google Meet at 9 and 10:15. But where you're going to start each day is you're going to start with the classwork. So you're going to start right here, and it's divided into weeks. So here was week 1, week 2, and week 3. And so we're starting on our Monday. And so if you click right on that, and you're going to find this in classwork, then it gives the instructions for today. It tells you what you're going to need for 9 o'clock. It tells you again what you're going to need for the 10:15. There is our virtual classroom is connected there, and our daily schedule for that day. So this is the great place to start each and every morning. So you'll probably want to go on a little bit early. It's a good place to start 8:45 or so, getting everything loaded and looking right here to see what assignments are for that day. Okay, so needing to know what to bring each day, you're going to find it right here. At 9 o'clock math, bring whiteboard, pen, eraser, yellow bump game, linker, cubes, and number dice. There's a lot for Monday's lesson. Okay, so the other place you're going to look is in the virtual classroom. So hopefully you've had a chance to look around here. You know this one always works best in the present mode. So you're going to want to click on that in the present mode, and then it will load that one up, waiting for it to come on. And so this one is a great place for kids to come, but it's also great for parents too. So the first thing you're going to see is the same daily schedule, and it lets you know that what to bring for math and what to bring for reading. And I really try and update that every day for the next day before I leave. I did notice like on Thursday, though, it didn't get done. So hopefully that is always up to date. I'll try and do that. And then the daily schedule is going to be the same one that is in the Google Classroom. If you come through the virtual classroom, you're going to click on that, and that daily schedule, it's going to take you again to that same schedule. And then once again, it's going to tell you what you need for that lesson. So those same things we've now seen twice. This will be the third place it is that you can find it. And then this blue is always a link. So it tells us at 9 o'clock, and then it has our link to where we're going to meet. Then it tells who stays for small group, then it shows us our reading, and then who stays after the reading group. The afternoon is always Mrs. Fam. That is a video. And then we're hoping that you're going on to Clever. And so when you get to Clever, this week we're finishing up Laleo, and then we're hopefully starting Splash Learn tomorrow. So that's kind of our goal. But all of that you'll find right here on our daily schedule. And that is in our virtual classroom. So you can find it really 3 different places. You've already seen the songs, so if you click on this one, it's going to take you to 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe. Alphabet takes us to Mrs. Fam, teaching us the animal hand motions. Pete the Cat takes us to one of my favorite places, which is a Pete the Cat room, and all of these are books to read. So if you click on this, it'll have somebody reading Groovy Buttons. This will have somebody reading the Cupcake book, which is our book for this week. Okay, so that is a great, great place to go. Let me go back to the first one. Number of the week is here, so we're still on the 0. Tomorrow, this will switch over to 1. And so if you click on that, it will take you to our 0 room. Once again, songs to sing, some activities to do, some manipulatives to play with. So that is another fun place to go in your afternoon time, independent time, or early morning before we start. Last one, let me go back one more. And let me move myself down. The circle poster takes you into the circle room. And once again, this week, this will switch over to a square room. But for right now, it's still taking us to that circle room. So it has some songs to sing about circles. It has a cute poem about it and some fun activities to do. So the virtual classroom is a great place to spend some of that independent time if you are all done with your worksheet. So then the other 2 things that you need to know is Clever. So I'm hoping that each day, it's just 10 minutes. It's not a lot of computer time, but we want to spend 10 minutes going into Clever, and you can get there by clicking on the computer. The codes for all of the games are on the whiteboard and also right up here. So here it tells you the code for Lelio. I heard Splash Learn was missing the I. So if you tried to get in it and it didn't work, it's because I had started it at BBJ and it was IBBJNO. So try that again. That is there set up also. And then right here's a list of the games and activities to do for remote learning. 2 of them are math. Actually, ABC Math is both. So we actually have 3 for math. And then the Laleo and Teacher Monster to read and then Epic are all reading ones. So those are some fun programs to be spending some of that independent time. So lots of choices when we're not together. We can be in the virtual classroom. We can be in Clever. We can also be finishing up our worksheet. Last thing I'm going to show you is Parent Corner. This is where I've made different videos for you guys. So there is one, if my computer's running slow, what do I do? And there's a little quick video on that. If I miss a lesson and I want to do it in the evening, how do I do it? Sometimes our computers go off and we missed a part of the math lesson because it just wasn't letting us on. I always tape the lesson and that video will show you how to watch it. And then you just jot me a quick email saying we watched your video and my child did this worksheet along with it. And then they get credit for doing that activity. Okay, so that's where you're gonna find that. Here is all of our weekly schedules. It is in week 3 folder. So this is our red week. And here's our daily schedule for each day is in here. I'll also, as I tape the lessons, I'll be putting those in there also. So all of that is found in the Parent Corner. Might be a good place to look if you have a question that I haven't answered. It is in that Parent Corner and you just click on it and it takes you right to it. Well, if you have any questions that you feel like I haven't answered, there is going to be attached a little message for you to email me and your question. So that would be great. Feel free to do that. And I'll answer the question by Friday. The other thing is I am here office hours. So I go to that link that you see right there. So you can always click right here, the daily link. So you can click on this link, and at 1 to 1:30, I'm just kind of waiting in the room. I have only had one parent use it, and it was only a time that I said, meet me at office hours so we can talk. So feel free to pop in anytime if you have a question, or if your child has a question, or there's something you can't find, or you just want a little bit more help with something. That would be a great place to look for that. Okay. So hopefully I can answer all your questions at office hours at 1 o'clock each day. Even on Friday, I'm there at that time. And then we're finishing up our one-on-one meets this week. So if I haven't met with you yet, I will be meeting with you this week. And it's just a fun time for me to ask questions, kind of get to know your child, find out a little bit about your family, and then hopefully ask me some questions. If you have concerns about how to get your child back on track, or building stamina with books, things like that, we can talk about that at our one-on-one conferences this week. Okay, I am loving teaching your kids this year. Parents, give yourselves a big pat on the back. You guys are doing an amazing, amazing job of supporting your students. We are off to a great start and a great 2 weeks. So please, please, please come to me with any questions or concerns that you have, and enjoy the rest of the back to school night. I will talk to you later. Thanks for coming. Bye.